Live at the Upbeat is a long-time tradition for Five Towns College. Students rock the Upbeat stage during Common Hour, showcasing their original work and amazing covers. The show also gives opportunities for students who are more interested in the behind-the-scenes a chance to learn what it's all about. Audio student Trevor Stevenson recently popped by Studio 400 to tell us what it's like on and off the stage when going live at the Upbeat.
In what ways do you think Live at the Upbeat impacts FTC students?
I think it's impactful in the way that it allows people to see different sides of like others. Sometimes you're just casually passing someone in the hallway that you don't really speak to, but then one day, oh wow, that person is playing on stage live in the Upbeat. And I think that's pretty cool because it allows people to like find other creatives to potentially collaborate with in the near future.
That is true. All right, so the second question we have for you is, what do you get out of working live events similar to Live at the Upbeat?
I think what I mainly get out of it is the ability to use my audio engineering skills. I've been doing like mixing and stuff since like the end of high school. So yeah, I also kind of get to learn new stuff every single day usually, like every time I work.
That's pretty cool. So you mentioned mixing. What was your passion to get into mixing?
What got me into mixing was I kind of felt this weird sort of disparity in regards to like being able to express myself, and that's why I started making music, because it's one of the only ways I really can do that, I feel.
All right. So the last question we have for you today is, who were some of your favorite performers at FTC and why?
Crystal Caravan is what they were formerly known as. They went stage, but now they go by Daisy in the Garden. They're pretty cool individuals. Sabrina and Daisy makes some pretty good stuff, has really amazing writing.
Nice. All right, so we would like to say thank you to Trevor for joining us today. We can't wait for his next performance.
A lot goes on behind the scenes in order to make Live at the Upbeat happen, so the students of FTC can sit back and enjoy. Let's take a deeper look into the audio aspect of these events.
A lot of preparation goes into making of Live at the Upbeat at Five Towns College. A big part of the preparation is done by the live sound crew of FTC. They get the audio running and keep it running throughout the entirety of the show. First thing they do is bring out the audio equipment. Most of the audio equipment is stored in the audio closet. Mic stands, speakers, the mixing console, and majority of cables reside there. Students, a part of the live sound crew, set up all the equipment, such as plugging in mics and DIs into a snake, which then gets inputted into the console, allowing the audio engineer to create a live mix for the show. There's an iPad available as well. It's an extension of the console. There are faders and processors on the iPad, so students can control the audio from a distance, getting the best balanced sound possible for the live event.
I think the live sound program, work-study program, is very beneficial for students, especially if you're already taking the class. It might help concrete some of the information that is taught in the curriculum, and it also lets you form the skill set with hands-on experience.
It's really great for meeting all the artists at the school, and you can really kind of get a good feel and meet that personal connection with them, and who knows, down the road, it's like, oh, I remember seeing you live at the Upbeat, you guys sounded great, I would love to record you guys or mix you guys, and it's just really forming those connections, and it's a good segue into starting those relationships with these talented people at the school.
Live at the Upbeat not only provides creative outlets and connections for students, it involves a fairly complex setup process so that everyone can hear it. Professor Andre Dowdy spoke about his involvement with the process and how he gets into a wider audience by broadcasting through the FTC radio station.
When we have a Live at the Upbeat session, I will grab the comrex from the radio station, and that allows us to send audio over Ethernet. I also have to make sure that the receiver is plugged in. What I mean by that, we have two XLR cables that run into an Ethernet adapter, so we can run it into the board that we have. And then I'll bring the comrex over to the Upbeat and connect the Ethernet port, or the Ethernet drop that's hanging from the ceiling. I'll plug that into the comrex with an additional cable. And then audio-wise, the audio department is usually there setting up to make sure the sound sounds right for the room and for the performers, and they'll run a line out to me. So upload that into the Comics, and then jump back to the radio station, make sure that we're getting a signal of some kind. Whenever we do live at the Upbeat as well, we have 2 or 3 student hosts who kind of introduce the show for the afternoon, and then they'll let the broadcast play out. I'm just making sure that I'm getting a signal of some kind.
Five Towns Live at the Upbeat is a crucial part of its creative networking, building confidence in performers and live sound workers alike. Bringing life and entertainment to the common hour, Live at the Upbeat is a long-beloved tradition of all who attend it. Thanks for watching. I'm Stephanie Schneider.